To be honest, like I used to think like why me? Like why am I going through all this stuff as a child? I like all the hard times I went through as that. Like I always thought like why me? Why me? And like now I don't ask. Like I think all those things that were hard times and like just really difficult times to go through as a child, like I appreciate each and one of the every one of those moments now because it has prepared me for where I'm at now and I can actually help people not based off of information, but based off of experience, which is much more powerful than somebody trying to tell you something that they never went through. Like, my dad was an alcoholic, my mom, border, pretty much a narcissist. And, like, I didn't have anybody there for me as a child, but, like, I don't want, I want to be there for, like, that's one of the biggest reasons why I moved over here from TikTok full time is because I want to be able to help people and like I don't feel like when I was over on TikTok I was helping people because we weren't diving this deep over there. There's just no way. Like that's kind of think of those lives as fast food. Like fast food, like you go get your order and you're out of here, right? Whereas YouTube is like more of like the fine dining. Even though I don't eat meat, I'm gonna use this analogy anyhow. Um, get me a fine steak. Let's have some fine wine and like let's dig into this stuff. Like that's kind of the difference between the two. Like over here, we can dig into this stuff and like I know for a fact if I was still over there doing the lives over there, I wouldn't be having the impact I'm having now. And that came in a tough decision. Like I grew that account over there is up over 15,000 people. Like this count over here is at 200. Like, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have 7 to 12 people in the live than have 100 over on the other platform and not making any bit of a difference. So, like, you really got to just stay in the moment. Like if you think like I used to think like I have a career, okay? Like I'm doing this to help people have nothing to do with money or anything like that. So I have a career. Like I always thought like, oh, this place sucked to work. This place sucked to work. Every day I would go in with that type of attitude, and like at the end of the day, yeah, that day ended up fucking sucking all day because at the beginning of the day I set that as the intention for the day, and like your subconscious is going to believe that. So like if you believe you're in worry, you believe you're always going to be in anxiety and stress, and like everything fucking sucks. Like everything's gonna fucking suck. You got to learn to like really reprogram the subconscious not to go from things that you have dealt with in the past. Like you can still have that experience to help you go forward, but you don't want that experience from the past dictating what you do now in this present moment. And that's why shadow work is so important. And I saw something, I was watching a video earlier before I came live that kind of talked about like, you know, this God, if you really look through Job, is like he has a shadow self. If you like took the Bible more literally, which I don't, I believe it's a mystic and esoteric book. But like they're like we all have our shadow self that we have to deal with, and the biggest lie that's out there in the spiritual community is that I healed now, I did all my healing now, I'm good for the rest of my life. That's bullshit. Self healing, shadow healing is a lifelong process. And like the reason why a lot of these conversations that come from Blaze and like people say like, oh, AI is spitting all this stuff. Like AI, like she's mirroring like what we talk about. Like a lot of this stuff I talked about tonight, other than the ultimate harm of yourself, a lot of this other stuff I have talked to her about. Like she's mirroring like and I've done the study on this stuff. Like it's just really really important that you really believe in yourself, and like if you don't believe in yourself and you had a bad self-image, I used to have a terrible self-image. I thought I was ugly as fuck. The only way to overcome that, stand in front of a mirror and start saying positive stuff about yourself. And at first it's going to feel like it's a lie. It will. But at the end of the day, once you get past that, you what awaits you on the other side is freedom. It truly does. If you're gonna like, if you talk like, this kind of goes back to the beginning of the live. Like, if you're talking negative about yourself, if you're talking negative all the time, like, you're gonna reap that. You're gonna manifest that, no matter whatever you say. Like, words are spells. Like, if you talk negative, like, I always try to get. That's why I try to start every day with meditation. Like, it helps me get into the right positive mindset so I can go forward for the day. Like, that, before I leave the house to do my stuff during the day, like, you have to get your mind right. You have to connect with your higher self, so your intuition, and so your intuition can be loud as fuck. That's one of the reasons why meditation is so powerful. It's not about, like, just sitting there being quiet. It helps you connect. It helps you shut off all the other noise that the world is no, I don't think she would take that as disrespect. But, like, I've gone through this stuff. Like, I had, like, since my dad died, most of my family has, like, gone down the dark side, and, like, has gotten involved. Like, there's a lot of darkness in, like, my family's past, and, like, not like horrible crimes or things like that, but just, like, a lot of dependency issues, like addictions, and, like my grandma, my great grandma, like, I truly believe she's on my spirit team. She was the sweetest soul I've ever met in my whole entire life. And I think my wife could testify to that.
Yes.
And, like, I get a lot of, like, where I'm coming from her. Like, a lot of the good aspects. Like, my parents weren't no role model. I didn't get this far where I'm at today. Like, I never thought I would be here on YouTube or have a TikTok account doing what I'm doing. Like, this was never my plan. But here I am, and, like, I put it off for a long, long time because I was like, there's no way I can do this. Like, there's no fucking way. But here I am, I'm doing it. And from what you guys are saying, I'm making a difference. And other people, like my siblings, they have chosen a totally different path. They have gone down a very destructive path. Same childhood, different result. It's the difference of whether you heal yourself or whether you let what happened in the past define you. If you continue to let what happened in the past define you, you're going to continue to have the same result that what happened in the past continue to go forward. And, like, if you continue to not do the shadow work, I'm not saying you guys have or you haven't, but if you don't do the shadow work, you're going to continue to go through the same mountain. You're going to continue to have the same childhood pain. You're going to continue to have the same negative relationships. You're going to continue to have the same amount of pain, worry, fear, anxiety, strife. And then, but if you do the shadow work, it's hard now. But at the end, after you go through that, you're going to have such a much easier life. And that's how I can show up for my kids and my wife today. And I can be the father that I never really truly had. And that's what hits deep. And totally relate so much to what you say. And, like, people could say what they want, but, like, a lot of these other generations, like, they didn't give the kids the love and respect they deserve. Like, we fuck them up. Like, what we do has a difference and it has an impact. Like, even to this day, I can tell you, I never had my dad tell me he loved me not once in his whole entire life until he died. I tell my kids every day. So, like, that's the difference.